The Director General of National Boundary Commission, Mr. Adamu Adaji, has appealed to traditional institutions across the country to cooperate in boundary-related disputes to enhance peaceful coexistence among border communities within their domains.
The traditional institutions have been quite cooperative and helpful. Some of them we have accused of being partisan or not being quite sincere in terms of cooperating to get their people to accept the boundaries as defined by the federal government. Our arrangement in management of these boundaries is all encompassed. It's a kind of integrated system, whereby we have the National Boundary Commission, the State Boundary Committee, the local government committees, the representatives of affected communities, representatives of traditional institutions, all partner to resolve this boundary, so that we can have buy-in and for them to accept whatever decision that is taken. So the traditional institutions have been quite cooperative, and we still continue to appeal to them to cooperate for us to get these boundaries resolved. They should try to accept the boundary for what they are, administrative limits, and not insist that it must follow their traditional belief and the boundary they have in their minds as the limits of their constituencies.
The Commission's boss spoke on the Benue-Taraba border crisis.
This is a boundary that we intervened on as far back as 1994, shortly after National Boundary Commission came into being. And we resolved it. Now we're going to go in accordance, we're going to respect the provisions of the legal notice that created that boundary. A legal notice of 1923, thereabout. At one of the resolution meetings shared by the then Minister of Works, late General Adisa Karim, the states accepted and tried to implement. But along the line, we find perhaps one state will accept to relinquish the one to be lost, and the other state will now refuse to relinquish the subcommittee to be lost. So it became something that could not be wholly implemented. We even awarded contract in the year 2005. We divided, because a long boundary stretch, divided the boundary into about 4 sectors and awarded contracts to contractors to go and mark the boundary as agreed in our previous meetings. Unfortunately, the contractors went on ground and they were not allowed to work because the communities of Benue were not quite pleased with some of them.
He advised other states with boundary disputes to unite in resolving such issues. NAN reports that there are no fewer than 86 boundary disputes between states in the country, but the Commission has been able to resolve about 30 of such disputes.
We want to recommend to states that in cases where you have these flashpoints in terms of heated cases of claims and counterclaims, the 2 states should come together and try to see what they can establish for the benefit of their common communities, so as to douse tension and create that harmonious relationship and confidence building to stem down the issue of boundary disputes.